Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Where the Heck Are the Albans? And where the heck are the Albans? We are in Appleton, Wisconsin, and the reason we are in Appleton, Wisconsin is we want to show you the hometown of one of the greatest magicians that has ever lived. The grandfather of them all. That's right, Harry Houdini. So let's take you around Appleton. We're going to go through a museum. We'll show you a statue, and we'll show you a plaza that was named after him where his house used to be. Let's go. Looks like we came to Appleton on not the greatest of days because of the fact that there's about to be a parade here and for Flag Day. Check out this lion they've got here. It's all dedicated to Houdini. So we're at the History Museum at the castle, and this is what the castle looks like. A lot of people that come to Appleton think that this was Houdini's home, and it is indeed not. When Houdini lived here, he was actually quite poor, and they lived down at the corner, way down about 4 blocks that way. So let's go on inside the Castle Museum, or the History Museum at the castle. We're going to go into the Houdini Exhibit, aka Houdini. There's a bust of Houdini right here. So this is a bust that is actually on top of his actual gravesite in New York. This is a recreation of it. So the casket he used to use as a stage prop, his family actually had him buried in his stage prop casket. So this was the buried alive casket. So Houdini claimed Appleton as his birthplace. He actually lied about his place of birth. And he told fans that he was born in Appleton, Wisconsin. Alright, she's going to try a trick here. She's going to try to wait at the bottom. She's trying a balancing act. Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, now try it with the weight at the top. Weight at the top. Which one was easier?
The weight at the top.
Yeah. Okay, so sadly, we had some camera difficulty while we were at the museum. I had a couple battery problems. So some of the things that we wanted to film didn't get filmed, but I did want to give you just a little bit extra info on his history. So he was actually born not even in the United States. He was born in Budapest, Hungary. And at the age of 4, they moved to the United States. His father got a job as a rabbi at a synagogue. And the reason why Houdini, who was actually born Eric Weiss, the reason he called Appleton his home, his childhood home, he lied about it his entire life, said he was born in Appleton, Wisconsin, but he didn't arrive there until he was 4 years old. But those were the happiest times of his life. He always told everybody that my happiest memories are in Appleton, Wisconsin. So they bought a home. And they lived there for several years, and around about 4 years later, 4 or 5 years later, when he was like 8 or 9 years old, his father actually got fired because they felt that he was too old school for the synagogue in Appleton, Wisconsin. So the family was just dirt poor, and they needed every source of income that they could find. So Harry and his brother used to shine shoes. They delivered newspapers. They just helped out wherever they could to save money for the family. Okay, can you touch your toes?
No, bend me.
And so
I can see my toes.
you can see your toes.
If I go like this.
What? Yeah. So Harry Houdini, the king of cards.
Okay, then try to
Boy works to support family. This is what I was just talking about. He shined shoes, and Houdini's father was fired. It was too old world for the community. So Harry Houdini actually used to work at the freak show, and he was considered just another freak. With the Siamese twins and the bearded ladies. 10-second balance test. Try this. Houdini spent hours learning how to become an acrobat. He, like other circus performers, practiced balance. So if he's going to get on this, it's like a teetering thing, and you got to keep it perfectly balanced. Press the button, Viv, and go. 10 seconds. She's actually doing pretty darn good. Can she do it? She did it for 5 seconds. What's in a name? Everything and nothing. His real name, Harry Houdini's real name, was Eric Weiss. But he changed his name when he became a member of the magic team called the Houdini Brothers. So when Harry was 12 years old, he actually ran away from home. He had bigger dreams, and he started to chase them when he was 12. And he ran away to a town called Delavan, Wisconsin. And Delavan, Wisconsin is known as a circus town. So yes, Eric Weiss, Harry Houdini, ran away to join the circus. And we'll show you a little bit of Delavan. Let's do that right now. And it was here in Delavan that Houdini ran away from home at the age of 12 and learned to become a trapeze artist and a tightrope walker, and he learned the tricks of the trade to be an entertainer in the circus, as Delavan was a huge circus town at the time. So yes, Delavan, Wisconsin, 19th century circus capital of the nations. So this was home to 26 different circus companies right here between 1847 and 1894. And these statues here, the elephant was named Romeo. He stood 10.5 feet high, weighed 10,500 pounds, and he was known as being very temperamental. As a matter of fact, he trampled a bunch of people. And they also have a clown represented here. This clown was also on a circus stamp when the United States Post Office said they were going to issue a circus stamp. It was this clown whose face was on it. There's also 2 cemeteries here in Delavan. One of them is called Spring Grove, and the other one is St. Andrew's Cemetery. And between those 2 cemeteries, there are over 130 circus performers buried at those 2 cemeteries. What circus theme park would be complete without a drinking fountain shaped like a lion. It is not hooked up right now.
Yes, it is.
Is it hooked up?
Yep, it works.
Oh, it was working.
I didn't drink it. No.
You didn't drink out of it, but it is working, huh? Oh, okay, it is working. There we go. It was just hit in the arm by a pterodactyl, but I believe it was just a huge grasshopper. So this is called Tower Park. But yes, P.T. Barnum and Bailey Circus was founded on this spot in 1871. And there's a giraffe down here as well.
This road
Uh-huh.
was bricked in 1911. It was done in 1913, and it's been in continuous use since then.
Continuous use. Look at that. It's since 1913.
And it cost $19,000 to put in.
That was some big money back then.
Big money now. Well,
Yeah.
I want it.
And here is a giraffe representing the historic Circus district. This area was a hub of circus activity during the 1847 through 1895 period when 26 circuses quartered in Delavan. I also like these historic markers here. They tell all about the story of the circus colonies that was here. But little do they know how important this place was for the development of a person who would later become Harry Houdini. So it was a very important spot for him. So while he was with the circus, he actually learned a lot of things. He learned how to walk a tightrope. He learned from the magicians that were there card tricks, a little bit of sleight of hand, things like that. And he developed them into his own act. So he did return home, and then he moved. He moved to New York. And that's where he actually perfected his trade. He did everything. He even became a locksmith for a while so he could learn how to pick locks. And that's how he became such a great escape artist. Becky is the strong woman. Vivi, show me a magic trick.
So you see this wand?
I see that one.
Okay. Now I'm going to lift it.
You're going to lift it without touching it?
Yes.
Okay.
Float.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
See this?
Mhm.
Okay.
Whoa. It's magical.
You want to see how I do it?
Sure. Oh, look at that. You know what? A magician never reveals his secrets.
Well, I'm
So
not a magician. I'm so tall.
you broke rule number 1. Houdini beats the cops, embarrasses police to impress the public. Here's all the different kind of handcuffs that they tried to use on him, and he escaped them all. So Houdini, he escaped his first jail cell in Chicago in 1899. And they couldn't figure out how he did it.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Is that how he did it?
Yes.
So he was constantly reinventing himself. He tried puppetry, acrobatics, mind reading, standard and escape magic. And then eventually he actually even worked as a locksmith just to learn how locks worked, and all of a sudden he got his big break. Came by chance. So we're going to give you a warning here. The backstage area shows some of the secrets to Houdini's tricks. So those who do not want to know how Houdini performed his magic should avoid this area. So we're going to go through it, and then at the end of it, if you want to fast forward, we'll allow you to do that, and then just fast forward, and I'll give you a point where we're going to say, okay, the backstage area is over. Okay, can you stand the cold? Houdini jumped from bridges and piers into frigid water many times, but he could stand the cold because he built up a tolerance for it. So he would submerge himself in icy baths and timed how long he could stay in the water. So they actually have a thing here where you can try it. You can push the button and you can hold this. Oh my gosh, is that cold? Okay, and it's basically they're saying how long can you stand it? And then they got a little timer here. Okay, so can you stand the cold? Vivian's starting the timer. Houdini used to train his body so he could withstand about 120 seconds. So that's about 2 minutes. So
Way to do math there, honey.
what's that?
Way to do math there.
You're welcome. Hey, how you like that, huh? I'm Mart.
SMRT.
SMRT. I am so smart. So don't move your hand off of that. Oh, Vivi, it looks
Come on,
pretty.
baby, you got a minute and a half
Come on,
to
you
go.
got a minute and a half to go.
This
Can
is
you
me
do it?
very
Can you do it?
cute.
Can you do it? P. Oh, she couldn't do it.
I'm not
So
done.
48
Keep
seconds. Oh, she started her clock over on you.
That was my time.
So Becky already passed it. Vivian restarted the timer. So Becky did it. Becky went over 120
I'm gonna go a
seconds.
minute and a half just.
She,
on
just
this
to say
one,
that she
just to
did
say
it.
that I'm better than Houdini.
There you go.
Put it on your arm.
So this is hysterical because he would get inside this milk crate
170.
and the crowd itself would hold their breath, to try to see, how long they could hold their breath. And the crowd, there was a newspaper article, crowd almost suffocates after holding breath. So how did Houdini do it?
I do that.
So the milk can escape. So the milk can escape added a new sensation to Houdini's show. Audiences cringed when the magician crammed himself into this small can. They feared that Houdini would die if he made a mistake. So try this. Get inside this reproduction milk can. Houdini opened the can from the inside. At a point below the padlocked lid, press the button to see where the lid likely separated and Houdini made his escape. So go ahead and press that button, Viv.
Oh!
So can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. So once again, it was just an illusion. People thought this is the part that would come up, but it was actually this part that would come up that wasn't even locked. It was Confessions of a Magician. Houdini used tools to help him escape handcuffs and crates. He traveled with trunk loads of tools from city to city. He labeled each trunk so that he or his assistants could retrieve a needed tool quickly and efficiently. The tools in this trunk resemble those from Houdini's trunk number 8. His original tools are in the cases to the left. So this is how he would escape. These are the rules of how he could escape from a packing crate. So he would set it up before the escape, and then during the escape, how it would work. So, but these are his original tools right here. So he had like things where you could file a key. But these are the actual tools that Houdini used. These are from his personal collection. keeping a swivel. So here is Houdini's trunk, where they would fill it up with water, and he would hang upside down in it, right there. Of course, they have just put a picture of Houdini in it, but this was the show-stopping climax. The water torture cell, perfect escape. Houdini tries new stunts. So he creates a challenge act. There's a torture device, suspends criminals till death. But do you dare stand in the gibbet?
Vivi did, but she's not tall enough.
Oh, you're not tall enough. Your head comes just to where the shoulders should be. So Houdini didn't believe in ghosts, and he actually said, "Did the dead come back?" So he actually said, "When I die, if ghosts are real, I will come back during a seance." What are you doing? I'll come back
Don't
during
edit
a
that out.
seance, and
Did he?
he'll prove it that ghosts are real or not. To this very day, Houdini during the seances has never come back. So.
Why?
Look at what they're
You
doing.
put them on your wrist. Like so.
Look at what they're doing. They're idiots.
Okay, I might need. They should have put Velcro on these, shouldn't they?
Just act.
Okay. So what you would do is you would
See, look at
over
that.
here, Bev.
So you
Mom
take
has-
this, like that, and it's got this bar underneath it.
Little bar.
And you put the bar underneath the table.
As you place your hands on there, and it would look like your hands are on the table, and you would wear long sleeves, and you would wear these things in there, and then when you would go, okay, lift the table, and then you could take your hand actually kind of off the table a little bit, but it would be attached, the bar under here, and you could lift the table up.
Oh. This wasn't
You have-
scary at all.
No, it wasn't. We thought it was going to be much scarier.
Because it said spirit cabinet.
It did say spirit cabinet. No, that thing scares me.
Okay, let's see what that is.
I don't know. It's nothing, but it's got a peephole, and I'm not.
And we're not messing with that.
Look at the peephole.
What the heck? There was nothing there. Okay, so here we are in the History Museum's gift shop. They do have posters. This is kind of cool. Look at that, the different kind of posters that they have. They have
I'm gonna
a magic trick
Ready?
here. Yes.
pull this bunny out of this hat. Ready?
Abracadabra. Oh, look at that. Ta-da! They have a Harry Houdini comic book.
Yeah, Vivi's getting
I
it.
kind of want
Baby's gonna get that. They got Escape, the story of the great Houdini. They have 40 challenge escape puzzle.
Mommy, who's later?
That's pretty darn cool. The Witch of Lime Street. Seance, seduction, and Houdini in the spirit world. So they have different kind of magic sets, which is pretty cool. And Houdini T-shirts. And this is I'm gonna get myself a T-shirt. Oh, that is like one of the softest T-shirts I think I've ever felt.
Or this
Oh, we got refrigerator magnets.
one. Or these.
Oh, those are kind of cool, little ones, but I think I just like the big one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like $1.25.
Okay. So Becky, hold up the shirt so people can see what the shirt looks like. This is going to be my T-shirt.
There are mannequins that
that.
are literally wearing this shirt over there.
Look at that. Isn't that cool looking? And how much is the shirts, Becky? I believe they are on the tag here. $24.95. That's actually not bad for a museum shirt. The magnet. Here's the magnet that we're getting. It's $1.25. And Vivi, in the background over here dancing away, is getting a Harry Houdini comic book and a wand. Are you getting the wand as well?
The wand's $1.95.
$1.95, and how much is the comic book?
$9.99.
$9.99. Okay, not a bad
Did you
deal.
get the Canadian one?
I did.
They even have coffee mugs and shot glasses. Houdini's hometown, Appleton, Wisconsin. So we definitely did not come on the smartest of days. We did not look ahead. We did not realize there was going to be a parade in town today for Flag Day.
I'm
However,
sorry. This is a Flag Day parade, and Flag Day is not for another week and a half. So how
Right.
the heck were we supposed to know?
So, oh well. But I do want to show you a couple things, Harry Houdini things. So, well, the thing's right down here. So, as we said, even though Houdini wasn't born here, he did adopt this as his home, and Appleton adopted him as a native son, shall we say. So here on the corner, let me just show you here, this is where Houdini's house used to stand. Right here on this corner, but they tore the house down to make community improvements, but they turned this into Houdini Plaza. So they have a little fountain here, right on the corner where his house used to stand. On the back of the fountain, what the eyes see and the ears hear, the mind believes. Harry Houdini. There is Main Street over there where the parade is happening. There is the fountain, the Houdini for Houdini Plaza. This is Houdini Plaza. And then right over here, right by the Appleton Center, there is a statue that was dedicated to Harry Houdini. So here is the statue of Harry Houdini, right here. And he was one of the master's escape artists. So they did represent him in the straight jacket for the statue. But they did this for a very specific reason. Because Harry Houdini believed that no matter where you came from, how rich, how poor you are, nothing should be able to restrain you from becoming something great. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed our Houdini tour of Appleton, Wisconsin. Stop fondling Houdini.
He's in bondage.
So, as always, if you like what you see, please give us a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys next time on Where the Heck Are the Albans? Bye, everyone. You're getting a little too cozy there, Becky. Just because he's all in bondage.
You can't struggle.
Don't get crazy.